So I wanted to do a bit of a review on these little guys. I tried looking for something like this a year ago, let's call it a year ago. Could not find anything for the life of me. So I ended up buying some of the little round blue ones, which I quite like because they're a bit similar to this. Obviously they're round instead of triangles, and they're blue. But they also come with a little cap that sits on, you can sort of clip on top of them. There's a couple you can get. One's got a point, so just a little tiny point that you can then sit things on. And the other one you can get, it's got like, it's about 2 centimeters wide, like a flat bit. So you could lay, I don't know, some pipe or something across it, or a bit of timber or something like that anyway. And then you would just have, so if you wanted just to use 2 of them, you could lay 2 of those side by side or along each end length of a bit of a timber, and it's not going to fall off. Whereas with the pointy ones, which are great for the door, which I'm currently working from, next project, so literally the door just has a couple little holes in it, or not holes, but pointy bits, holes, dimples, once you finish doing whatever it is you're doing to it. And then as soon as I finished doing that job, Mr. Phil from TimberCon put these up as their Cool Tool Tuesday. Link in the doobly-doo probably if I can find it. And so I thought I'd give these a go and see what these ones were like. Now, also one that I could find, wait a minute, I think they're over there. You know, I organised this shed a month or 3 ago, and you think I can find anything now that I've been out of here for a few weeks? It's very tidy. Paint. It'll be in the paint thing. So this is what I was looking for. These are called painter's pyramids. And the idea is whatever it is you're painting, you put this on the ground, you stick this on top of it, and you're not going to damage too much the thing that you've got underneath. It's not going to damage the paint job you've just done, etc., etc. I think these are fantastic, and also bloody impossible to find in Australia anymore. I don't know whether it's something that they don't sell very many of, because every painter has bought 10 pairs of these and no longer needs to buy them anymore. I ended up getting 10 of these, maybe $15, could have been 10, could have been 20, off Amazon. I'll try and put a link in the doobly-doo. But they've been great. Used them a few times. Again, when you say that, you go, fantastic thing, only ever going to buy it once in my lifetime. Probably not the hottest product for your national retailer to stock. I've been there, done that. Now the other ones are the Bench Cookie Pluses from Bench Cookie Plus Rockler, of course, Rockler. And so that's the container. The bench cookies are actually under the door at the moment, with the pointy ones on it. But just to give you an example, these are some of the add-ons that you can buy separately. And they come, you can sort of stack them up, which is clever. Better to be designed so that they can be stacked rather than not stacked and just annoy everybody. But once you get them, you can get this nice little, it's probably about, what's that, 4 centimetre ledge that you could then easily put a piece of timber across and do some work on it and all that sort of stuff, and it's going to hold it up, and you've only got a small piece that's going to go into the timber. Like I said, I've got a set of these with the pointy bits, and they're currently under the door. Like I said, bought all that. They were about $40, I'm going to guess. These were cheaper, but I can't quite remember how cheaper. So let's cut into these, and again, these have been sitting here forever. This blister packaging. Every time I cut into one of these packets, I think back to 1996, 97 when I saw the first time ever Belkin Micro Digital, they were called at the time. I used to work for a computer shop, and the printer cables, rather than this lovely little packet that they used to come in one of these things. And I thought, that's annoying, that'll never last. Turns out, not so much. So, that's the packaging with the bit of cardboard point of sale wrapped around it. That's nice, that's all you need. Don't know if I needed a flappy bit at the bottom, but sure. And it's just got a bunch of, here's how to use our product. When you're buying the thing, you probably know what it's used for. 4 non-slip supports, 4 supports. That's just in a different language, isn't it? Yep. And these are from Milescraft, by the way. Should have mentioned that. Milescraft from TimberCon because of Phil. Now these ones, not round, triangular. Some pads on either side and also on the bottom, not on the other sides though. Just a bit of promotion there because you've got to know what it's called. And I would guess the idea is you put these down and then you can sit your workpiece, like door in my case, 4 of these, 1 of each corner, and hopefully the door's not going to tip or slide or whatever when you're sanding / painting. Now I've done 3 doors. With the other ones, did a set with these, they worked great. Done a couple of doors, we're doing some renovations inside the house. So what I'm doing is buying the doors, prepping them out here, and then doing whatever. Saves a fair bit of money when you do it yourself. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to switch over to these, because when I got this door a couple of months ago, could not work out where for the life of me that I had securely put these in the shed, and I still can't remember where they were, but they were in a really obvious place. So what we're going to do is swap these over and do this door project and see how they go. So these are the tri-guards from Minecraft. Right, so how do I put this? These weren't very good. So what I did is I put 4 of these under each end of the door, just exactly the same as I've done with the painters, pyramids, and the Rockler things, these ones. And when we first put it down this way, the door fell over that way. When we turned it around, the door fell over that way. When we put it sideways, the door was really, really, really wobbly. I don't really want it to lay it down like that and have that rubbing against the door, because I'm just worried that the black rubber is going to wear and mark the door when I'm painting the other side, because moving around, that sort of thing. So I'm sure I'll find a place for these around here, but what I am using for the door project are these little guys. These are fantastic. So they got the rubber on both sides, and then you buy this little adapter. Comes in a pack of 4, I think. Clips on, got a nice solid surface. It's not rocking around everywhere. Whatever you're working on just sits on top of that. So I'm afraid this is what I'm going to be using. They're called a bench cookie. So bench cookie versus the TriGrips product shot, YouTube shot. Gonna have to go back with these. Might have to buy some more of these. Onto the door.